the project I decided to do mine on was hate groups and racism. I primarily put my two subjects under the New Black Panther Gang and the neo-Nazis. I'm going to talk about some of the beliefs, some of the same beliefs that they have. The New Black Panther Gang, it hates any other race besides their own. They feel like the government is out to get them because they are black, and they have made plans to take out the government. The neo-Nazis also hates race besides their own, but they hate gays, handicapped, people with mental disabilities, and religion. They also feel that they are trying to take out the government. The government is trying to take them out, and they have made plans to take out the government. Now I have a short video that I want to show that takes a closer look at the neo-Nazis planning to take out the government.
This is a real head-scratcher. We're finding out about this militia group that apparently, according to the feds and the FBI, has been around for at least a couple of years. At least that's how long they appear to have been looking at them. Perhaps not as long as that, but they've arrested at least 9 people. This group is called Futari, and it's described as, according to the government, a group that is anti-government, anti-specifically local, state, and federal cops. And the plan was that this group appeared to believe and saw the government as the Brotherhood, as they call them, and they wanted to go after them. And they were trying to come up with a plan, these charges state, to lure federal agencies or officers to come to.
All right, well that's just a little intro to what really happened. They're also known as militia groups or Christian groups because they feel like God is giving them instructions to take out the government, and take out other races because they feel that that's what's right. So they're also known as militia groups. I want to get a little more in depth with the Aryan Brotherhood. They started from prisons. They started from a prison gang they used to protect themselves from other races. And they use the Nazi symbol just to prove that they won't tolerate any other race besides their own. They took it even further by becoming the neo-Nazis when they got out of prison and expanding further. And they're also called the skinheads because their heads are shaved. They try to say that their gang is Christian-based, or God tells them what to do, like I said earlier. And they're allies with the Mexican Mafia in prison. Mexican Mafia is a prison gang, and they're actually allies with them. And they use their youth as their main target of recruiting. There's a guy named Bill Ratio that is a part of the Aryan Brotherhood group, and I'm going to show a video where he talks about the youth.
The following film covers the activities of several white power groups in Georgia.
Well, it's a known fact that you obtain the young people and you have the future. Hitler was very successful with his Hitler Youth Movement. Most of the National Socialists that he recruited into the Brownsters were young when they were recruited. And I do not apologize for working primarily with the young. Our skinhead ranks are filled, brimming over with people of a young age. When you have youth, you have restlessness. When you have youth, you have impatience. When you have youth, you tend to get somebody that wants to solve all the world's problems very quickly.
We believe America will turn into.
Alright, so that's just an intro to the movie Skinheads of America. I'm going to talk about the New Black Panther Gang a little bit now. They formed when they felt like the original Black Panther Gang wasn't doing enough and wasn't taking enough action to make themselves independent as a black race. The younger generation runs the gang and are a lot more dangerous than the older generation. The main base is in Washington, D.C., which is where our government is actually at, and them trying to take out the government is kind of scary to think about. And they also have plans to take out the government, and they're very open with their plans. They hold conference meetings talking about plans they have on taking out the government. And they believe that the whites and blacks should be separated as a country, and that they should have blacks and whites not in the same state. And I'm gonna start a video showing what the New Black Panther Gang is really all about, and what their real true feelings are.
This program contains graphic images and racial slurs.
Also blaming on Jews for the problems of their community.
Black nationalist groups cynical position that black and white people cannot, in fact, live together in any sort of sense of fairness, equality, and justice.
That land, that territory, that black nation, it may be here, it may not. It may be 12 states in America. It may be 5 states in America. It may be in Zimbabwe. It may be in Nigeria. It may be in the West Indies as a physical territory. But black nation means all of us. Even if you're in New York and I'm in D.C. and brother's in Atlanta and another man is in Texas, we are all connected by a common ideology, a common thought.
The New Panthers firmly.
Alright, so that's pretty much what they believe, that the blacks and whites should be separated from each other. And here's some symbols and other things and other wardrobes, if you want to zoom in on that real fast. This one right here is the neo-Nazi symbol for the prison gangs. The seventh letter of the alphabet is a G, which means Germany, plus the swastika in the colors. The second one is also the swastika, and then the clover around it is the Irish. They say they're from Ireland, so it's their Irish background. And the 666 has something to do with Hitler. They really didn't say anything about it being the devil, but it has something to do with Germany also. This is the New Black Panther Gang sign. It says New Black Panther Party, and then at the bottom it says freedom or death, which shows, you know, how dangerous they really are, that they're willing to die for the freedom that they feel they believe they need. And then it has Africa in the background with the Black Panther. This is some of the wardrobe they wear right here, along with their sign. Their sign is the fist, and pretty much means black power. And then the white power sign is also what they wear, and then that's their flag, and then some of their wardrobe that they also wear. So that's just an overview of some of the in-depth gangs of hate groups that are out there. So, questions?
So where were the neo-Nazis stationed, or where were they when they were doing the filming?
In the video, they were in Birmingham, Alabama. That's where the documentary was. That's where the documentary was actually made at.
As far as you know, have the Black Panthers executed any of their plans against the government?
They haven't. They're really underground. They say they're gonna do stuff like there was a professor that has actually taught at a black college that openly said they needed to kill all white people in America, and they were very open about killing people. But as far as their operations go, they're very undercover, underground. So if anything has happened, they're like a terrorist. They're pretty much a terrorist group. They're very open on their plans, that what they want to do, but they really haven't shown what they have done. So they're pretty much like a terrorist group in a way. All right.